Very good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss the part programming. So first of all, we understand the basic fundamentals for the part programming. So what is manufacturing? The process, the part program is done for the manufacturing. So first of all, understand what is meant by manufacturing. The process in which we can produce a geometrical shape form from a raw material and is known as a manufacturing. It is the last stage of production. So production, the entire process to manufacture a component is known as a production. So variables that affecting the manufacturing, there are three variables that affects the manufacturing. That is number one, man, second, machine, and third is material. So how man is a variable factor that affects the manufacturing. Each and every worker or a person or supervisor or hierarchy has a difference, having a different manufacturing skills. So as per their skill and as per their knowledge and experience, the program is to be varied, or concept of manufacturing or understand or development concept is to be varied. So it is a variable factor that affects the manufacturing. Second is machines. There are n number of types of machines available in the market for producing the same manufacturing. Like we can go for turning on lathe also, and we go for turning in CNC VMC also. So there are number of machines with having a different specifications. So this is a factor, and its capacity of the machine is different for different machines. So this is the another variable factors which affect the manufacturing. Third is material. Wide variety of material with its wide properties are abundant in the market. So various mechanical properties of material, it changes as the material changes. So this is another variable factors which affect the manufacturing. So machine, a device which is used to convert an effort to an useful work, called as a machine. What is meant by machine tool? The machine tool, it has the ability to produce its own parts as well as other parts, called as a machine tool. So starting from the basics which is required for the part programming, that is machining center. So what is machining center? The machining center is a center which can perform number of operations at a time with the help of ATC and AWC. What is meant by ATC? ATC is a automatic tool changer and AWC is automatic work changer. So a machining center is a combination of ATC and AWC. So according to the tool holding capacity and magazine shape, ATC is of three types. That is number one, a drum type, second is elliptical type, and third is loop chain types. So automatic tool changer having a drum type, it is having a maximum tool holding capacity is near about 40 tools at a time. So in case of elliptical type ATC, the elliptical type ATC can hold 8 to 20 tools. 8 to 20 tools. Third is loop chain type. This is another automatic tool changer which holds near about 200 tools at a time. So this is the most expansive, most important, and having a wide variety of operation can be performed on loop chain type automatic tool changer. Machining center type. This is the figures of both the machine. The machining center is rather you machine having axis vertical or you machine having axis horizontal. So according to this, there are two types of center, that is vertical machining center and horizontal machining center. In case of vertical machining center, that is VMC, your spindle in a vertical position, where in case of HMC, that is horizontal machining center, your spindle is in horizontal position as indicated in this figure. Number of operations, these are the two different, because as per the requirement of design and job, some operations are done on the VMC and some of the critical operations done on the HMC as per the requirement of the axis and of the job. So what is the conventional machining process? The machining process where the tool is directly contact with the job is known as conventional machining. Here you can see, in this machining the tool must be harder than the job in case of conventional machining process. Example, CNC milling, CNC turning, grinding, or etc. So these are the examples where tool is harder than the job, what we called as a conventional machining process. Non-conventional machining process. Look at this, where extreme or prime accuracy is required. At that time this particular machining process comes into attack. So the machining process where the tool is not directly in contact with the job is known as non-conventional machining process. Look at this. In case of conventional machining process, for doing the turning, grinding or cutting, tool, a single point cutting tool or multiple point directly come in contact with the job. Hence the friction, chip formation, etc. are to be considered while designing the tool or designing the machine. But in case of conventional machining process, the tool cannot be come in contact with the job. That is, here the tool can be so hence in the non-conventional machining process, tool can be softer than the job. Example like ECM or EBM, electro beam machining, or electrochemical machining, or automatic jet machining, electro discharge machining, or wire iridium. These are the examples where your tool is softer than the job because it does not come in contact directly with the job. So this is the basic difference between conventional machining process and non-conventional machining process. Cutting speed. The speed at which cutting edges of the tool travels over the job is known as cutting speed. That is, cutting speed is equal to pi dn upon 1000. Here the speed at which the cutting edges of the tool travels over the job, so known as a cutting speed. Where d is the diameter of cutter, where cutting speed is equal to pi dn upon 1000, where d is equal to diameter of the cutter, n is equal to rpm of the machine, and its unit is meters per minute. So cutting speed must be in meters per minute. This is the speed, feed and depth of cut. These are the three important things. So next is feed. The advancement of the tool towards the job is known as a feed. Its unit is mm. Look at this, advancement of the tool, that is, rather it is a horizontal machining center or vertical machining center, rather it is a conventional or non-conventional process. The advancement of the tool is to be measured towards the job is nothing but the feed, when it is first in contact with the job. So when the feed is compared with the time, it is known as feed rate, because it is compared with the time, and for the specific time its calculation or traverse or forward towards motion towards the job is calculated. So ultimately it is known as a feed rate, and a feed rate is always measured in mm per minute. That is, how much mm to be traversed in how much minute. So the advancement between the consecutive tooth of cutter is known as feed per tooth. Look at this, this is another important thing. The advancement between the consecutive tooth of cutter is known as feed per tooth. That is, when first teeth come in contact and the next teeth come in contact, the time span between this particular each and every teeth come in contact with the job is to be calculated. That is feed per tooth. That is mm per, its unit is mm per tooth. And the fourth category is the advancement of the tool in one revolution is known as feed per revolution. Look at this. Here the rotary motion is there. Advancement of the tool in one revolution, that is tool is in rotating direction. So how much rotation it will be complete, how much advancement of the tool from one point to other point completed within a one revolution, when it calculated, it's called as a feed per revolution. So this is the important concept regarding the feed, that is feed rate, feed per tooth and feed per revolution. These are the four different concepts. So next is the types of feed rate. I already told you what is the feed rate. Feed rate is the feed when the feed is compared with the time. It is known as feed rate, that is mm per minute. So what are the types of feed rate? So you can move the tool towards the job in a rapid way, or with the time taking some depth, or you can check the during the cutting operation, etc. So some of the time you can move the tool towards the job without cutting, that is freely. Sometime you can move the tool on the job with cutting. So there are different types of feed rate. Number one is rapid feed rate. The ideal movement of the tool with maximum available feed rate of the machine is known as rapid feed. That means your movement of the tool is idle, and during the feed there is no cutting action is happened, and in this case your tool travel with the maximum speed or maximum feed rate available to reach the point of the starting of the cutting, what we call as a rapid feed. Next is the plunger feed rate. You must note that in case of rapid feed, you cannot start the cutting at the initial position. You have to give some space to move the tool to the exact position. So there is a gap between the tool and the job. So this particular gap is completed with using a rapid feed rate. So plunge feed rate, this is the second type of feed rate. The feed rate at the time of taking the depth of cut. So in case of depth of cut, what is the feed rate calculated? This particular feed rate is called as a plunge feed rate. The third is cutting feed rate. So what is the cutting feed rate? The feed rate at the time of cutting operation only. What is called as a cutting feed. Look at this. Feed rate at the time of taking depth of cut is different, and than that of a normal cutting operation. In case of normal cutting operation, you can say it is a cutting feed rate, but in case of depth of cut, you can see it is a plunge feed rate. So normally, how feed rate is calculated? As you know that the feed rate is important while doing the part programming. So what is the feed rate? So feed rate is nothing but F into Z into N. So what is F? F is nothing but feed per tooth. Remember, feed per tooth. And what is feed per tooth? I already know here. Look at this. Feed per tooth is nothing but your advancement between consecutive tooth of the cutter, called as a feed per tooth. Second is number of flutes or teeth, that is number of teeth on the cutter or tool, what we call as a Z. So you have to find out the feed per tooth and number of tooth, because feed, if you want to find out the feed rate, the F is feed per tooth and number of tooth you must be know. So there will be a multiplication factor between feed per tooth to the number of teeth. So Z is equal to number of flutes or teeth. N is equal to RPM of the machines. So your tool will be revolving, and it will be also feeding, or that is doing the cutting, and number of tooth must be in contact with this particular job. So these three factors must be taken in the multiplication factor. It gives the feed rate, that is F into Z into N, where F is the feed per tooth, Z is the number of teeth, and N is the RPM of the machine. So, what is computer numerically controlled machine? CNC. And what is the need for CNC? As you already know, computer numerically controlled, where your operations are controlled by some programming, what we call as a numerically controlled machines, using and it uses something automatic tool changers, automatic piloting system, sensors, etc., what we call as a CNC. So what is the need of CNC and why it is more beneficial than that of particular conventional machining, conventional machines like lathe, milling, drilling, etc. So a machine tool has a several controllable functions. In case of lathe, you cannot go for quick or frequent drilling or frequent turning, but in case of you cannot combine all the operations easily on lathe, like turning, milling, grinding, etc., or machining, etc. But in case of CNC, these all operation it is possible to combine together. So what is the need for CNC? Because it has a several controllable functions, that it can control the speed very easily and effectively and as per requirement. Feed and tool position, it also controls the feed, it also controls the tool positioning. Look at this, in case of lathe, it is difficult to position the tool each and every point of the job, when the job is larger inside. But in case of CNC, you can position the tool in any point on the job very easily. Next is clamping of the workpiece. There are automated clamping system are nowadays integrated into the CNC machines. So clamping of the workpiece is easily done in case of CNC, and it will be uniformly and effectively. Coolant flow, there is a requirement of extra additional system in case of lathe to add a coolant on the job or on the machining center. But in case of CNC, there is an inbuilt cooling system which easily adaptable for each and every operator, so it is beneficial in case of CNC. All this can be done either manually or automatically for automatic control, and so several technologies are adopted, and CNC is the latest among them. So CNC can adopt this all technology like speed, feed, tool positioning, clamping of the workpiece, coolant flow, etc. So you must go for the CNC instead of conventional machining process. So what is the advantages of CNC? Difficult to contours and surfaces are easily made. Second is close geometrical and dimensional tolerance are possible. In case of lathe machines, milling machine, drilling machines, close geometrical dimension tolerances are quite difficult to achieve. But in case of CNC, it is easy to achieve the close tolerances. So, third is high rate of production. In case of CNC, the rate of production is very high because it completes the job considering a very fraction of time, considering each and every small portion of the operations. So it is having a high speed, feed, depth of cut as compared to the other machines, so it gives the higher production rate. Next is very low lead time. One machine can perform several operations. Look at this. If you want to do turning on lathe, then milling on the other machine, milling machine, and then drilling on the drilling machine. In case of this particular CNC machine, it can perform number of operations in a single process. So this machine can be very effectively or provides a high efficiency. Rejection is almost nil. Look at this. Due to the part programming, it performs at very well, and so rejection is almost nil. If your program is perfect, then there is no need to go in depth for checking each and every part. Due to the best programming, it gives the best results and rejection is almost nil. No dependence over the human operational skill. Look at the once you done the programming, you need not the interfere to the human in the operation. So no dependence over a human operational skill. Next is dimensional variation can be correctable very easily. In case of rework on conventional lathe or milling or drilling, it is quite difficult to accommodate the dimensional variation, but in case of CNC, dimensional variation can be correctable very easily due to its high accuracy. It reduces the inspection cost. Yes, due to the high accuracy and high programming and due to the less rejection, it reduces the inspection cost. Next is reduces the tooling cost. So these are the different advantages of CNC. Apart from this, it has some disadvantage also. It is provide a higher initial cost. Maintenance is expensive. In case of higher initial cost, number of machines are available with from having high accuracy available from 50 lakh to up to the 2-3 crores. So it is required to invest a higher initial cost. Maintenance is expensive. Some of the tool changers problems or pelleting problems or clamping problems or machine setup problems are very difficult. So maintenance of these creates a expensive to the company. So next is a may need or AC or DC voltage stabilizer. The entire machine is operation on high voltage, so you must need a AC or voltage stabilizer. A product depends upon the programmer 100%. This is another disadvantage is your entire productivity is totally depends on your program. If your programmer goes doing a wrong thing, it will reduces its productivity. So your programming skill or right program decides the productivity of your company, productivity of your machine. So CNC can be classified as according to the number of axis, 2 axis, 3 axis and 4 axis and 5 axis machines. There are number of axis machine. Look at this. This is the general layout of a 5 axis machine. So look at this. The table rotates around 2 simultaneous axes. Look at this. These are the axes. You can rotate clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. It also moves clockwise and anti-clockwise direction towards this. Look at this axis, that is x axis, or about the z axis it also can rotate, and about the y axis it also can rotate. So this rotation, two rotations, these two rotations, and this about the y direction rotation. So there are table rotates around 2 simultaneous continuous axis and designated for 5 axis precision machining of workshop workpieces having a small dimension and complex geometry. This is the general location of rotary axis on the compound NC tilt round table. So from the next lecture we can see what is the basic tool position and basics of the part programming. This is all about the basics of the CNC machines. From next lecture we can start for the exact basics of the part programming. Thank you.